Guys, welcome back to my channel, and sorry I've been gone for so long, but I am back. And today I'm going to be making a quick video on the evolution of Sora in Kingdom Hearts due to the fact that I have been noticing that a lot of people disbelieve that Sora is actually one of the better characters that have evolved over the series in Kingdom Hearts, due to the fact that we have a picture here of each of Sora's ages through the years in Kingdom Hearts. So we have Kingdom Hearts 1 and Chain of Memory Sora right here, KH2 Sora, and then we have KH3 Sora. The thing here is that Sora is probably one of my top 5 favorite characters in Kingdom Hearts, and a lot of people downplay him a lot in the series, which is very interesting because I don't know why. Number one, he's the main character. Number two, he's one of the strongest characters in the Kingdom Hearts franchise. I think he's the strongest out of all of the 7 lights. And the thing here is that the reason why I believe that is because if you look at the evolution of Sora's power, it's progressed over not training, but progressed over his will and wanting to be the strongest just to protect his friends. If we notice in Kingdom Hearts, the light is I think the most powerful attribute, due to the fact that even darkness sometimes has issues with defeating light. And the thing here is that if you look at it in that way, and look at how strong Sora is compared to Roxas and even Xion, that's because Roxas and Xion are pieces of Sora. Roxas is only 50% of Sora's power, while Xion is probably 25%. So the point here that I'm trying to make is that they are already very powerful. If you play the data battles in Kingdom Hearts and even watch the cutscenes, you can see how Roxas and Xion can handle themselves in battle, which is very interesting due to the fact that I believe that Sora has a lot more power than we think. And that's because I believe that we should be able to fight Sora as a data battle. And I know a lot of people are going to be thinking, oh lord, but that's because we would actually get to see how strong Sora really is as a data battle, if you think about it. Especially if you think about it in another way, such as how hard would that data battle be fighting Sora with the Kingdom Key? Because we know how hard it is to fight Xion with the Kingdom Key in Kingdom Hearts. She does it to orbs of light and take away your HP, and that power probably comes from Sora because she is Sora, just like Roxas is Sora. So if you think about it, can Sora do everything Xion and Roxas can do? Possibly, because their powers come from him. Even Roxas's Keyblades come from Sora, because the Oath Keeper is something with Kairi and Oblivion is with Roxas. So the thing here is that it makes it so funny to me that talking about Sora's power and his evolution over the years is cool because of all of the people he's also even defeated. In Kingdom Hearts 1, he defeated Ansem, who's one of the Xehanorts. In Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, he defeated most of the organization members, which is very impressive for his age. And if you look in KH2, he defeated Xemnas, Luxord, and all of them, who were even more powerful members of the organization that stayed with him, stayed with Xemnas, because he didn't believe that they were traitors. And what's even more interesting is that if you look at it in a better perspective for Sora, in the war, Sora was the champion, the reigning champ, and also he defeated the 13 vessels of Xehanort with Donald and Goofy, and they are probably equal power to the organization members, or probably equal to Xehanort's power. And when Xehanort even fused with them, Sora was still handling his own. And even in Melody of Memories, Sora has the power to even defeat Xehanort in possessing Kairi's body, because Sora is that powerful. Master Xehanort is known as the strongest Keyblade wielder in the Kingdom Hearts franchise, and for a boy Sora's age to be able to handle something like that, and someone just like Master Xehanort and the rest of them, such as Xemnas and even Ansem, is very impressive. And it's just shocking to me that people believe that Sora isn't really the strongest at all. And due to most of the situations when it comes to everything, Sora in Kingdom Hearts 1, he doesn't train at all. And the thing here is that he defeats Riku. He defeats Riku with Ansem possessing him, which is huge, because that Riku is insane. We seen the data battle, right, in Kingdom Hearts 3. All of those moves that Riku were using in the data battle in Kingdom Hearts 3 was the moves he was using in KH1. So if you look at it in that way, KH1 Sora was fighting a Riku that was blitzing him through different portals of darkness and blocking and running and moving out of the way, able to fight him using every type of dark spell imaginable in that time in KH1 to KH3, which is insane because if you look at it in that way, Sora's power growth must be huge because even Replica Riku or Dark Riku in KH3 even gave them issues. But that's because Riku is just that strong because he's possessed by Ansem. He gets his darkness from Ansem, and Ansem is one of the stronger organization members because he is Terra and Xehanort in one body. So when people downplay Sora and say that Sora isn't strong or he's a character that hasn't evolved over the years in Kingdom Hearts, he's just this, character that just is strong just because he's the main character, I don't believe that, because if you look at it, this boy has gone through so much pain in the Kingdom Hearts franchise, which no one ever talks about. You know how many things he's lost and how many things he's tried to fight for that he couldn't have done? He would have probably been possessed in most of the game if he didn't just have the will to keep fighting. And even if you look at it in another way, in Dream Drop Distance, he was actually going to get possessed if it wasn't for Riku. So Sora has his weaknesses and his issues. Sora wasn't used to the darkness at that time, and he probably still isn't, which is why he's having issues. And it's the same way for all the other characters in Kingdom Hearts. Sora is their light. He is their guide. They all depended on him each time they fell. Roxas, Xion, Axel, they needed him. And even Aqua, Terra, and Ventus, they needed Sora. Even Riku and Kairi needed Sora. They all did. Because without Sora, I don't know where the Kingdom Hearts franchise would be, just counting the characters, because to tell you the honest truth, the light's lost in most of the games because without Sora there, they couldn't do much. Like Xehanort is so strong that he was giving issues to Aqua and Ventus and Terra, and they're known as some of the stronger Keyblade wielders. And even Xemnas is claimed to be stronger than Roxas by Nomura. So the thing here is that Xemnas could definitely probably handle Axel or Roxas and Xion if they were not given a lot of energy by the light. Because during the time of Kingdom Hearts 3, Roxas was given more energy by Sora, so that's why Roxas was probably able to hold himself against Xemnas in that fight, which is pretty interesting. And the thing here is that we all know how strong the organization is, and for someone to be able to take them down is huge. It's very impressive. So, I just want you all to know that let's stop downplaying Sora and say he's not a good character, because Sora is actually a really good character. And for people that say he isn't a good character and he does not much of anything in the franchise but be the, Gary Sue and just have his power because he's the main character, that isn't true. That isn't true at all. If you want to talk about a Gary Sue in Kingdom Hearts, there's lots of them. Definitely. Lots of Gary Sues. And the thing is that I don't think Kairi's a Mary Sue, so I don't think there's many Marys at all in the Kingdom Hearts franchise. Not even Naminé. So if you look at it in that way, I think that Sora is probably the most hardworking character in the Kingdom Hearts franchise. Just because of all the stuff he was forced to do because of his will. His will forced him to keep going. So he's a good guy and a good character, and I think that in the newest Kingdom Hearts games, he might actually turn out even better than we thought. So yeah, we'll see how he defeats the Master of Masters and how he does in Quadratum. So yeah, but thank you all so much for watching. I'm happy that I'm back and I'll be making some videos, and I'll catch you all next time.